Welcome to the Mental Militia, uniting minds and freeing souls from the bonds of mental slavery and ruling class manipulation.
I want to record me editing in this room on Zoom, see if that's possible. Okay, so I'll go share the screen, see if I do it like this, what's going to be like. So I think it's working. Look at there, I'm up in the corner. All right, so here we go.
Okay, now on to April Fool's Day, the 1st of April, 2025.
All right, so here's what we're going to do then. Move this up, this down. This is how I edit. All right, so here's how it looks so far. I don't know if that's coming through or not.
Uniting minds and freeing souls from the
I have to make sure that sound comes through.
And ruling class manipulation.
I think it's coming out. It is. Oh, good.
Okay, now on to April
right.
Fool's Day, the 1st of April,
I think it's
2025. You guys ready? All right. April 1, never outshine the master. Avoid outshining the master. Also, avoid outshining.
And let's cut this off like that, and then let's cut it out. All right. So that battery went out on that light. So I have a solution for it. I've been charging up this deal here. Oh, right on. Okay, there it is. All right. So that light's back on. So this is the last shooting of the show out in that room over there. It's going to be only for interviews. This one right here, this one. This view that you're looking at is the last of it. I'll be producing from that position. Here, just cut this off and take these two out of there because I didn't get it at first when I was reading it. I didn't read it first before I read it, so that's
avoid outshining the master. All superiority is odious, but the superiority of the subject
nice
over
cut.
His prince is not only stupid, it is fatal. From Balthazar Gracia.
Just cut a little bit of that time out of there.
In your desire to please and impress, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Everyone has insecurity. When you show yourself in the world and display your talents, you naturally stir up all kinds of resentment, envy, and other manifestations of insecurity. Manifestation.
And then go like this. And then maybe I can take this and just like zoom it like this a little bit. See what happens.
Resentment, envy, and other manifestations. Resentment, envy, and other manifestations.
No.
The manifestation.
Okay, so go like this then. Right there.
Envy and other manifestations.
Cut a little bit off, do a little bit more. And then take and cut it about right there. Slice that little bitch out of there. And
envy and other manifestations.
Yeah, that's not right. Hold on.
Envy and other manifestations.
Okay, so it's going to be slide it over a little bit, maybe. There we go. Try that one.
Resentment, envy, and other manifestations.
That's close enough.
This is to be expected. You cannot spend your life worrying about the petty feelings of others. With those above you, however, you must take a different approach. When you come to power, outshining the master is perhaps the worst mistake of all. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are. and you will attain the heights of power. If your ideas are more creative than your master's, ascribe them to him.
So it's his idea. Let's see, I might.
If your ideas are more creative than your master's, ascribe them to him.
I'll say it over again.
If your ideas are more creative than your master's, ascribe them to him.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster. Okay.
Heights of power. If your ideas are more creative than your master's, ascribe them to him. In as public a manner as possible. Make it
in as public a manner as possible. Yeah, you don't want to overdo it though.
And your masters, ascribe them to him. In as public a manner as
All
possible.
right, I'm gonna cut off some of that time too, because okay.
Ascribe them to him. In as public a manner as possible. Make it clear that your advice is merely an echo of his. If you surpass your master in wit, it is okay to play the role of the court jester, but do not make him appear cold and surly by comparison. If you are naturally more social, surly by comparison. If you are naturally more sociable and generous than your master, be careful not to cloud. Be careful. Than your master. Be careful not to be the cloud that blocks his radiance from others. Be careful not to be careful not to be the cloud that blocks.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I messed it up a little bit. There it is, man.
If you are naturally more sociable and generous than your master, be careful not to be the cloud that blocks his radiance from others. He must appear as the sun around which everything revolves. He must appear as the sun around everything. He must appear as the sun around which everyone. He must appear to be the sun which around. He must appear to be the sun around which everyone revolves, radiating power and brilliance, the center of attention.
Okay, so I'm gonna take these two out of here. It should be now. Now it should be
from others. He must appear to be the sun around which everyone revolves, radiating power and brilliance, the center of attention. Let's see. Daily law. Always make.
I'm gonna just amplify this one because I think it's funny. When I call him a pussy. Here.
Power and brilliance, the center of attention. Pussy. Daily law. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for another. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for superior. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for another. All right, folks. Make those above you feel comfortably superior. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for another reading from Robert Greene's Daily Law. The Master, Robert Greene.
All right, and then I put in the tag outro right here. Boom, bing, 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 bing. And I go. Then I have to reduce this volume of this one by about 4.33. And then what I do here is I fade it in, and it comes about right there. I think we'll see how that looks.
Period. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for another reading.
Oh, we gotta fade this out. Okay.
From Robert Greene's Daily Law. The Master.
All right, and there it is. And then I go, okay. And we go over to here. We already have it named. Well, we check it out first. Double speed it. Make sure it's good before I fucking save it.
Okay, now on to April Fool's Day, the 1st of April, 2025. You guys ready? All right. April 1.
These are all the cuts in here.
Avoid outshining the master. All superiority is odious. Definition of odious.
You can see the cuts in new frame.
Extremely unpleasant.
Now we're rendering it and making it all one.
Pregnant, disgusting, foreign, foul, loathsome, nauseating, acceptable, etc. Avoid outshining the master. All superiority is odious. But the superiority of the subject over his prince is not only stupid, but fatal. Balthazar Grisha. All right, here we go. In your desire to please and impress, do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Everyone has insecurity. When you show yourself in the world and display your talents, you naturally stir up all kinds of resentment, envy, and other manifestations of insecurity. This is to be expected. You do not spend your life worrying about the petty feelings of others. For those above you, however, you must take a different approach. When you covet power, outshining the master is perhaps the worst mistake of all. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. If your ideas are more creative than your masters, describe them to him in as public a manner as possible. Make it clear that your advice is merely an echo of his. And as you pass your master in wit, it is okay to play the role of the court jester, but do not make him appear cold and surly by comparison. If you are naturally more sociable and generous than your master, be careful not to be the cloud that blocks his radiance from others. You must appear to be the sun around which everyone revolves, radiating power and brilliance, the center of attention. Let's see. Daily law. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for another reading from Robert Greene's Daily Law. The Master.
Okay. So at this point, I know it's good. So, I mean, I don't even know if you can hear it, but if you can hear it, I'm going to maybe put this up on the internet so people can see the work that I go through. Now, I'm in the control room right now, and the main room over there, the live room, is where I did the reading. And that's where I do interviews and shows that I haven't, musical shows that I haven't really done yet. I've done a couple little things in there, but not really at the level I want to yet. So anyways, all right. So then what I do then is I go browse this here, and it's already there. So I just save it. Okay. And then I add to the render queue, and then I just render it. And then it starts rendering it. And then now I guess I'll stop saving the screen, stop sharing the screen and come out of this. And then I'll post that one up maybe, or I'll post this one up. Let's see what happens. I'm seeing myself now. Am I sharing? No, I'm not sharing the screen anymore. So here we go. So anyways. All right, folks. Well, that's it. And cut.